Oh.
Hello, everyone.
Let's not fight that thing yet.
Hellos.
That sounds terrifying.
If I sound a little hoarse or wheezy and that stuff, I'm fighting an asthma attack.
Alright, this vault is mostly going to be empty. Kind of. And okay, it's not really empty, but I'd be very careful about just barging into rooms. Because some of those rooms are oh my god.
What?
I forgot the door to the shower. There is no door to the shower of this vault. So, like, the vault residents have no way to shower.
Sure they can. They just
No.
have to be, showing their neighbor.
No, they don't. There's no shower in their personal rooms.
Ah.
There was only communal showers. If they could get into the actual bathroom, but they can't get into the shower. Not like it really matters. I don't really care. I can always add a door, but okay. You'd have to look. I don't know off the top of my head. Let's see. Oh, well, nope. I can't put a door there. There's lockers in my way if I put it there. Could put it there. I'll just stick it over here. She's probably excited. As much as you'll give her? Put the door right here. Does it make sense? No. I have no other place to put a door.
Hey, oh, I see a cutie Zayla.
Hello, Night Joe.
Okay. There we go. Hey.
How you doing?
There's the door to the shower, finally. Okay. Should be everything.
Yay, everything.
Well, minus encounters that I gotta place, because there's a fuck ton. There's a lot. But I don't think you're gonna explore this vault by yourself.
No, I'll probably just ask the city to do work.
And there's not much you can really do as a single person either.
Sure it is.
Oh, thanks. Decrease. I don't need the map to be zoomed in.
I'm here to hunt the Zayla
Alright,
booty.
let's see what I got for a map.
There's no hunting the Zayla. Yelled the prey. Talking to chat.
Oh.
Thinking about drinking later.
Alright. Thinking about getting up for a second and checking for my inhaler.
Well, you go look for your inhaler.
I was saying that to chat.
Oh, well, you still need to look for your inhaler.
Wonder if Winchester will show up. Oh, that's a good chunk of it. Just the rest. It's an important piece right there. The tube. Oh.
This is not helpful. Health insurance company. This is not helpful at all. I may not be able to see you, chat, but hello, and if you're wondering on what I'm complaining about, my health insurance is like, hey, we're gonna change your vision insurance. And I'm just like, I don't have vision insurance. Y'all won't give it to me. It's like there's nothing there to change. It's like you got to go to these doctors now for your vision, and it's like I don't have vision anyway.
Alright. Now let's start doing it. Okay. Put those. It's this without the chemicals.
Fixing to play Fallout. Why? No.
Yeah. All right.
All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking know where Winchester is. I know Ken said he might miss it, but that could be like a family thing for him or something. You know. Yeah. Not showing up and not telling me anything earns you a strike. It's not a strike to kick you out of the server, it's a strike to kick you out of the game. All it is. Alright. Since it's just you, we're gonna have some fun. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, I think y'all were at Smith and Sons, weren't y'all? When we left off.
No, we were at the home town.
Did y'all get all the way back to
Yep.
Far Harbor?
Yep.
That shouldn't have happened. What? Oh, I put y'all in Far Harbor because I knew y'all weren't going to be able to fight the Enclave,
Yeah.
The thing is, y'all aren't looting Smith and Sons, where the Enclave is. You'd have been, man, whatever.
No, we went to the medical research place. We found
Yeah,
half a bag of new FEV.
Yep.
And met Frank Corrigan, who proceeded to murder a dog in half the city.
I mean, he murdered Ken's dog and tried to kill, almost killed Jal, and then got bored and left. Not in character for him, but he was, just the, let's just get y'all out of this situation.
Well, no, it is kind of in character of him, because remember, you meet him once before the final battle. And he just tells you to fuck off.
Yeah. So,
he's like, this isn't your business.
You have taken a job to help out a local hunter.
Alright.
His name, let's see. Can I do I have an NPC ready that I can make? Because I have a bunch of just random NPCs I have. Let's see. All right. His name is Tommy.
Okay. And I do feel better after the breathing treatment.
That's good. Tommy.
I was going to make a bad joke, but I don't know how you or Chet would feel about it. Chet would probably say base.
I mean, are you taking Jet?
Nope.
Because Jet, is an inhaler. Anyway, Johnny tells you.
I thought his name was Tommy.
Yeah, but I don't know why, but every time I see Tommy, I always want to call the person Johnny. I don't know why. I guess because I look at Tommy, and the first name that comes to mind to try to remember it is Johnny Bravo.
Not sure how, but okay.
I don't know either. It's welcome to my brain.
I'm sure Johnny Bravo would be quite pleased with this.
Right? Alright. Y'all are traveling through a radioactive swamp. Here's the ambient Salem.
Okay.
I'll at you for the channel so you know where it is.
Alright.
For chat wondering, if chat is wondering why I use YouTube for ambience, it's because I don't have money for Sirenscape, and it's got issues when it comes to this stuff, and we haven't found a good alternative.
That's perfectly fine.
Wait. Tommy goes, as y'all are, y'all kind of left early in the morning. Like, we're talking like y'all left around 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's now 6. Tommy has stopped and sat on a fallen tree to eat a quick snack and drink some water. As he wipes sweat from his brow, he looks at you and goes, "So, you ever hunted a Yaogwai before?"
No. I'm more into hunting others. Prey.
People, you mean?
Yes. But she's not saying people directly.
Well, right. He literally just asked, "Do you hunt people?" like a missing person hunter.
Yes, I am.
Not much business here in Far Harbor, huh?
Nope.
Bet you have a field day in Diamond City.
Oh, yes.
Been there once. Hated it. Too many people.
Can't blame ya. My travels have taken me all sorts of places, up and down the coast.
Well, at least you're well traveled, I guess. Well, Yaguai are dangerous beast if caught unaware.
I've only seen a few, and I've tried to stay clear of them. Well, of course, that was before I got this. As you taps our power armor.
Yeah?
I assume I got my leg repaired as well.
Did you... Now, did you pay the... if you did, you're gonna have to remove the caps.
Okay, how
Unless
much
you want to try
caps?
to barter. Let's see.
Because this is Raider armor, so I don't expect it to cost a lot.
Oh, nah. The Mariner will kind of look at your armor and she will go, 15 caps?
Sold. Come on, game, you can do it. Oh, my right arm had a dink in it. How much for that? Guessing 5. Hello?
Oh, my computer just randomly reset.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, why did you just reset for no reason? You're getting plenty of air, I know that much. Why I took you off the floor so you would actually get cooler air quicker. Yes, I used to have my computer sitting on the floor.
The only reason I wouldn't put it directly on the floor is because of, you know, just dust particles getting in the fan.
Well, I don't have a proper computer desk. I use a plastic folding table.
Oh.
And it's a sturdy folding table, but, you know, security-wise, it's not, you know, there's not a lot of space, and while it is stable, it's still plastic, and we all know how these folding tables can be sometimes.
Yeah. I put
I mean,
my computer on top of a wooden, lamp tray.
Alright. I'm gonna turn it off for a few minutes, and then I'll turn it back on.
Alright. I also said, my arm, one of my arm, which was the second weakest thing, I think it was like a T38 or something, had a small dent in it. That'd be like 5 caps, right?
You mean your T60?
No, my arm.
Well, what is it? Is it...
I can't tell you right now because the server's dead.
Oh, right.
But from the stats I saw on it, which was pretty low, it was like slightly above Raider, I'm thinking of T38.
Yeah.
Like, this is just a mix mash of pieces.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how power armor is in this RPG,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
which I love. Like, I actually love that, they kind of do the whole, like, assembly thing.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that you even have one Exo-1 piece is rare.
I got lucky on that roll.
Mm-hmm. You
Uh,
got lucky on that loot table.
And I think I'm gonna eat the power armor magazine because I don't see Winchester ever using power armor.
I don't see him using it either. He doesn't strike me as a person who put much thought in his character.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, yes, I did build the guy's character for him because,
Power out.
he wasn't there, but also it's just like he doesn't talk and is only the only thing he says he wants is
Stealth and demo.
yeah. So it's like you don't want anything else? No. Oh. Well, there isn't like much to do with this, right? That didn't seem to care.
I mean, in a fight, he's useful.
If he has the range.
Well, he got a massive upgrade last week.
Yeah, he got a secondary weapon, yeah.
There are 2 secondary weapons, so now he has one for each range.
Which is useful.
Oh, yeah. He is very versatile.
It's very useful in this game.
Yeah. Especially since if you're fighting someone with 9 or higher agility, you kind of want that weapon to be the right range because, you're missing that target unless you get 3 or 4 dice added.
Yep.
Because 9 gives you 2 defense points.
Yep. And think about facing Frank Horrigan and what his special is.
10 across the board. Luckily, you can only go up to 2 with defense.
Yep. You can only go up to 2.
No, he's probably going first on the combat table.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I was originally building myself as a stealth character, but it's like when I saw like Kent stealth, Winchester stealth, I was like, we don't have a front line. We are so fucked.
Stealth. Like, here. Like, okay, for your character, it makes sense. And I guess we'll take a quick little break since, I'm going to take the dog outside and I gotta wait for everything to boot up on the computer and all that.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to blend in, find my target, take them, and get out.
But it's like, Ken more so when. Come on, let me take you off a speaker.
Ken went stealth, science, and heavy weapons.
Yeah.
And charisma, but he doesn't talk to anyone, and I have to then talk to people. And my character has
yeah, he wanted to barter with people and be like a Nuka-Cola like salesman, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, you can be like a bartering robot. I go, but you're gonna want barter and you're gonna want like a high charisma. And he goes, well, should I also have a high science? And I'm like, well, that makes sense, because he is a robot. He's going to want that high science and repair mostly so he can heal himself. Without that, you can't heal a robot.
Yep.
Like, they can't take stim packs, they don't heal naturally.
And since Ken had already had 10 int and 3 science, I was like, oh, well, no sense of going down the science route, I'll go medic route.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense, being on the job alone, my character would learn how to heal themselves.
Your character's build, like, in terms of what would make the most sense, you being a commando would make the most sense for a courser.
Yeah.
Which would basically give you a little bit of everything. You're gonna, for your character build-wise, and this isn't trying to make the character the most minimaxed out there, because, gonna be honest, you kind of don't have to in this game. At least,
A
no,
bit early game, no.
because, period.
I don't
Like,
know.
yes,
Fighting Frank Horgan, I think we need a little Minimax.
like what? In y'all's weapons?
Weapons, probably health, so we can survive a hit.
Well, okay. Firstly, Frank, the only stat that gets added into weapon damage is melee.
Yeah.
And I don't think it adds the full strength characteristic.
It adds, tears.
It adds what?
Tears. So, like, at Strength 8, you have a dice. 9 and 10, you have a dice. 11, 12, you have a dice. 13, 14, you have a dice, you know.
Mm-hmm. But he's not like, you know, a space marine hitting you with, you know, whatever weapon. He's probably gonna feel like that, but
I am still a little concerned with that plasma dagger of his.
I mean, that's just what he will. That's just what he's supposed to wield in lore. I don't even know if I'm even gonna give him that, to be honest.
I mean, he's the final boss. He's supposed to be tough.
Sense, but and even then, all it would be is just a melee weapon that does energy damage.
I'm sure it would have some pin,
You know.
and vicious on it. It's like, what does base plasma weapons have?
Okay. This is booted back up.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love this game. This is what I think D&D should have been.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean?
Okay. No, you can hear me. What'd you say?
Oh, I said, I love this game. I really think this is really how D&D 5th edition should have been.
No. Not from a person who's played 2nd edition. No. Because these type of dice systems do have their limitations. Whereas something like a D20 isn't. I mean, yes, D20s even have their limitations, so does a D100. All dice systems have a limitation. The game's back up, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's... For 5th edition, like, for D&D, with what they're trying to tell for the system, right?
Yeah.
This wouldn't work. The 2d6 system or a dice pool system just wouldn't work. too well. Might work for skills, but
I mean, D&D pretty much threw all the skills out the window.
no, they still have skills.
Not as many.
Okay, you don't need the skill of making yourself look pretty.
Mm.
Or
Old
there's no
cyberpunk there.
there's no like there's also no skill for like um lock picking anymore, because why have lock picking when you couldn't do it anyway unless you had the thieves tools, and you needed training in the thieves tools anyway to use them. So why have it as a skill?
Yeah.
Right? And that's where a lot of your kits, like the thieving kit, the healer's kit, the alchemist kit, that's where all of those come from, those tool proficiencies that everyone forgets about.
Yeah.
And no one really uses them. And to be fair, for some of them, like the alchemist kit, they're kind of useless. If your GM doesn't put in the effort to actually make some arbitrary ingredient system, or just come up with a bullshit ingredient for some random potion, like, you need a bit of sugar and a pickled spider eyes to make a health potion, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of things like that. It's also, this type of system has its has its own merits and downsides. It works for Fallout, but imagine trying to do something like some of the stuff you would do in D&D with this system. It wouldn't translate too well. Not saying it couldn't be done, it's just certain things wouldn't translate. Like the magic system wouldn't translate at all.
Well, the magic system I could see being more like Warhammer. or a mana pool system.
That's, yes, the mana pool system in D&D has always made more sense, but at the same time, they have always done the retarded thing. Now, it makes sense in 4th and the later editions because of how potent magic was, and, it was supposed to be like everyone could use magic if it's but they had a limit of how much they could tap into magic. They didn't have mana. It was just meant magic was just everywhere. And
I can't spell. I forget spell. What did I do?
that's not. In the older editions, how they explained spell slots was they're your innate potential to cast the magic. How many times you could cast that power of spell.
Yeah, but it's like, you still had to put it in your book.
That was only if you were a wizard. And it was because that's how wizards played.
Yeah.
They didn't innately just know the spell or just born with magic naturally. They studied the magic. They spent years studying it. So that's why they're supposed to put it into the spell book. But
Well, what I was more meaning is like you have to write your spell slots on a short rest or a long rest, depending on the spell.
no, it's just during a long rest.
Okay.
But wizards can actually change their spells out. Unlike a sorcerer who, I don't want this one spell anymore because it isn't as useful as I thought. They're stuck with it. Wizards can just change it.
Yeah.
Warlocks can't do that either. Clerics can't do that. Paladins can't do that. The wizard is the only one who can do that. That's why they have to write it in a spell book or memorize the spells in their grimoire. But it's there's a lot. Anyway.
Yeah, let's just get going.
Hunting a yaoi. Hopefully my computer has no more...
Oh, and let me tell you what armor it is. Here it is. T-45 helm. Oh. Okay. So it's a basic T-51 power armor on. It has no upgrades on it whatsoever. That's why it's so weak compared to my left arm, which is also a T-51, but it has upgrades on it.
Well, yeah, because it's a bit more special.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Like 5 caps or something.
I mean, how damaged is it?
You know, one point.
You're gonna heal it for 1 point? I mean,
I don't have to. Right.
See, Mariner's gonna look at it. Just gonna be like, it just has a dent. Gonna shrug and be like, 5 caps.
Okay.
She ain't doing it for free. And she'll hammer out the little dent. Why is he down there? Get off of my hotbar. No, get off of the map. Get out of my hotbar.
But I want you to see me. I am Tommy.
No, it wasn't Tommy, it was Robert.
Oh.
If it was Tommy, I would have been fine. It was fucking Robert.
I shall haunt you because you gave me a strike.
I'm gonna keep my personal opinions about the player out of the sessions. Anyway.
It's just a joke.
I know, but... personally don't get along with him outside of the sessions. And I tolerate him during the sessions. Anyway. You will go.
Good thing he doesn't see the streams.
Right? And he just has a random dog. Yes, Tommy has a pet dog.
Like a lot of people have dogs.
I mean, he's a hunter, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. He will go, well, there's an abandoned super duper mart not too far from here. It's where the Yaoguai's made its little den. Guess we better get back to it. And he'll kind of sit up off of the stump, kind of dust and like pat himself down of any like, you know, thing that was on the stump that's now on him. She'll keep walking through the marshy terrain.
Was surprised a young wife made its home there and not some mirelurks.
Oh, the island has a interesting ecosystem.
Well,
Mirelurks tend to stay near more towards the ocean. Sometimes they go inland sometimes they go in some inland places, but here in the swamps, or in these marshes, it's mostly yaoguais, the bloat flies, and, well, other things.
interesting. On my travels, I've seen freshwater murlocs. Not murloc. Ah!
I mean, random Murloc comes out of the water, fucking dives back into it.
Oh, it's one of those horrifying things.
PTSD from having to kill so many fucking Murlocs in a single encounter.
Oh, they were terrible, especially as low-level enemies, where they just run off and pull like 6 more.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, they were so common in the early levels that you just fought them non-stop.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why? Like, I get the occasional Murloc, but why so many?
Well, there's a body of water. What should we put here? Murloc. Naga.
A Murloc and Nagas. That was about it.
It's like,
Got
really?
it. Mm-hmm.
It's like, really, Blizzard? You couldn't think of anything else to put by the water?
Mm-hmm. God, I want to play World of Warcraft. You know what? Maybe that's something me and you should do. I'll have to renew the subscription.
Yeah.
But, maybe that's something me and you should do, like, to see how much it's changed. Because I recently bought it. To try the new expansion out a couple of months back, but it was during the process of when I was trying to move, so I didn't really get to play it fully.
Yeah.
So if you want, we could try it out together.
I recently renewed a subscription for Star Wars The Old Republic.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of those people, I only pay for one game subscription at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I really like the game. But, alright.
I just get too busy, and if I have multiple subscriptions, it's like I'll just forget about it and just flush the money down the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do with some other things that I should cancel.
Yeah. Okay.
My luck. That's what I was trying to say when I said Murloc on accident. Very similar.
Yeah. Very similar, but, anyway. Eventually, Tommy will go... Go hold it.
Hmm?
He points up ahead, and you see something moving in the swamp water. It doesn't see you, but it seems to be sniffing around.
What do I see? Do I need to roll something for it?
No, it's right there.
Oh. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. What the hell is that thing doing so close?
No clue.
Typically those death claws hang around the nucleus.
I have heard that if you shoot their legs out, they're less threatening.
Aim for the tail. Prevents it from keeping its balance.
Mm.
That's actually a trick in Fallout 4.
Okay.
You can shoot its legs out in Fallout 4, but if you actually shoot the tail off of the Deathclaw in Fallout 4, it can't move because it can't keep its balance.
Ah. I'm so used to, like, Fallout 1 and 2, where when you came across a Deathclaw, you ended up groin-shotting it and eye-shotting it.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, it seems the Deathclaw has its back turned, and it seems to be walking towards the Super Duper Mart that you can see just beyond it. Well, who do you think would win? He says, the Deathclaw or the Yaoguai?
Probably the Deathclaw.
Want to take on the winner?
Sure.
Either way, it'd be a good story to tell.
Oh, yeah. I heard some people like to take those claws of theirs and turn them into a good fist weapon.
I was taught by a tribal how to do that. There's a
Ah.
tribe here on the island that hunts these things. Ritualistically, anyway.
Would you be able to help me craft one? As I show my brass knuckles.
If we could kill it.
Yeah.
Here. He's gonna take off his backpack. He says, you might want to get out of your power armor to use this.
Alright.
Imagine you find some, like, stable ground to park it on.
Yeah.
So it doesn't slowly sink.
Yeah.
And he will hand you a stealth boy. Know how to use one?
Yep.
He grabs one for himself and says, alright. We'll keep in view with these, and he'll hand you a binocular.
Alright.
Whenever one starts getting too injured, I'll signal for you to grab that armor of yours. By the time you get in that, hopefully whichever creature wins will be weak enough for us to kill it with you in that armor.
Yep. Alright, so I have a stealth boy.
Mm-hmm.
A goat.
Of course, you're probably going to immediately consume it for, you know...
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll just...
Oops, why is he labeled as an enemy? He's not supposed to be that.
Even though I don't think stealth boys hide your scent. And that's mainly what animals hunt you by.
Yes, they don't hide your scent, but in the grand scheme of things, you're in a swamp.
Yeah. Everything smells like shit out here.
Yeah. Not to mention you're, constantly hearing, like, mosquitoes buzzing by your ear. Now, give me a moment. I've got to figure out why he's registered as an enemy. Right,
Damn it, Tommy, I must kill you now. You are an enemy.
hold on. Fuck. I gotta remember... Need to remember off the top of my head. Delete all non-friendlies. Okay. Delete from tracker. Only foes. Turn order? Reset turn order. Okay. He's going to delete him. Alright, now I'm going to drag the Yaoguai. Oops, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this.
Oh good, oh good.
Okay. So that's how dragging things works. Okay. The dog will stay behind and guard your power armor, by the way.
Yeah.
Tommy is not going to send his dog in here if there's a Deathclaw.
I figured he hired me because I'm going to be more of the tank. The creature's going to focus on me as he shoots it from the stealth.
Was the idea?
Mm.
Was y'all hunting just a Yao Guai, and you're using your armor to tank most of your blows. It's blows,
Yeah.
like the stronger blows and stuff. But sadly,
Papa Deathclaw came by.
yeah, a Deathclaw came by. All right, we're going to begin combat. Now, y'all are both stealthed, so because the swamp gives you advantage on stealth, or not advantage, here, roll a stealth check at D0
Okay.
with the benefits of a stealth boy, of course.
I guess modifier is negative.
Did you consume a stealth boy?
No, I need to grab one and consume it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Here, let me see if I can find it real quick. I found it.
okay.
Called us. I'll drag it to your inventory.
Alright. Where am I? There I am.
Come on. Let. Yes, I know what a stealth boy is, game. Thank you for telling me what it is. I know what it is. Wish to drag it to someone's inventory.
Alright. Now, how do I do a D0?
Oh,
Right.
I have it set for D0, so just roll.
Oh, okay.
You've consumed your stealth boy?
Yep.
Okay, so just roll.
Alright. Agility and sneak.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
At 17 had to say nope.
It also raises your defense by 2.
Ooh, nice.
And it lasts for 3 turns. I don't think this fight's gonna last a full 3 turns before you have to go get your power armor, but...
Yeah.
Alright, that's your turn. Tommy is going to be doing the same. Because,
So, come on, Tommy, don't roll a 20.
Right?
We don't
Right.
need that stealth fail to suddenly just start making random noises.
I'm gonna roll... He has sneak attack, so he should roll... Okay. Okay, Tommy. Thank goodness.
Well, a 20 is still a 20, and there's a 5% chance to roll that.
Oh yeah, I know. But... Alright, Yao Guai's up first. Naturally it sees the Deathclaw and goes to defend its territory. These things are fucking territorial. So are Deathclaws. They're incredibly territorial.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what sound a Yao Guai makes. I just know it makes random bear noises. Oh, it hit. Alright. Well, it hit the thing. Alright. I know this probably isn't the most funnest thing to watch, but hey, I'm having fun watching the fucking Deathclaw fight a fucking Yao Guai.
I mean, I could make it a little bit funner. Brady!
Hey,
Oh.
you can make it funner for your chat.
Oh no! The map glitched. It closed itself. Oh, wait.
Oh.
There we go. It just minimized somehow.
Alright. That is a hit. And so damage.
I am
The dog just sniffs your power armor.
I am surprised that Deathclaw has less dice. And only
It's
has pressing 1.
Surprisingly, it's actually weaker.
Yeah.
Level-wise. But only by 1. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna be like, is that a basic bitch? Deathclaw? Everyone dance. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Oh. I literally have to like. I'm dancing. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Rawr. Looks like they're attacking now. Rawr.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
I assume you just watched the fight, or do you want to try to shoot one?
I just watched the fight.
Yeah, because I don't think we want to anger any one of them. I mean, they're pretty preoccupied right now.
Yeah.
Tommy will also just watch the fight. I'm glad y'all are like 3 zones away.
Oh, even if if I was at 3 zones away, my guns would be rolling at such disadvantage.
I put y'all at 3 zones away because I wasn't sure how this fight was going to go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if you chose to shot at it, I didn't want to be like, oh, you know, you're in the same zone as the fucking Deathclaw. It's like, nah, no.
Yeah. I'm guessing there is probably stronger Deathclaws versions, like glowing ones.
There's no glowing ones. There is an albino.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just looking at the dice rolls, it's like, that feels so weak for a Deathclaw.
Let's see. Let's try this attack. Okay, that hit. Jeez. I might not feel bad for throwing a singular death claw at y'all. You want
Yeah.
to try shooting it?
No. I'm still gonna be only rolling at like 3 dice.
True. You could move up a zone if you wanted.
No, I mean damage-wise.
No, I'm saying you could move up a zone if you want to be in
Nah.
range.
I want to get to my power armor faster.
Mm-hmm. Right now you're in the same zone as your power armor.
Yeah.
You and Tommy. Tommy! Crap. In order for him to fire a close weapon, he has to be in the same zone, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Oh, sorry, my rifle now... Oh, my rifle now has 4 dice rolls.
Oh, no, okay. He can be one zone away because his pistol has a scope on it.
Oh. It's got medium range on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a laser pistol, but...
I was just saying, yeah, that would make more sense on him.
He can fire one zone away. He'll move up a zone.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just curious. Now, these things are locked in melee. It doesn't know he's here. So, I'm curious. I'm curious on how much damage this would do. Please don't die, Tommy. Okay, well, he did hit the thing.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, it was glitching and the picture was kind of like flashing in and out.
Well, he hit him in the... Oh god, he hit him in the head.
He had them in the eye.
Well, head optics. Optics is if it was a robot.
Ah.
He did 5 damage with a fucking laser pistol. Guys, I don't think the basic death claw is all that scary.
No, this thing is really underpowered. I better get in my armor then.
Yeah, once you start seeing Tommy shoot, I guess you could take that as the signal to go in. Of course, he's focusing on the death claw. Maybe he should have focused on the fucking Yao Guai.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a hit. Rar. Rar. Death claws aren't known to retreat even if they're injured.
Like, if this thing had an enrage mechanic,
It
just feels so underpowered. Like, even its claw only has 1 armor pin. Hello?
I was reading it, sorry.
Oh.
That's so okay, hold on. It can that seems so weak though. Alright, I'm gonna try this.
Especially since in the video games you usually fight Yaguais before you start fighting Deathclaws.
Let's see. Alright, so that's a hit. Now This attack is called Rin.
Alright.
Increases his difficulty, so it goes from a DN1 to a D2.
Well, it
And
got
gives
that
him
D2.
two extra dice and damage. And that's it. That's all it does. The dog's just gonna sniff the armor. I'm sorry, I'm not sending a dog in there.
No, it's perfectly fine.
Because I don't think Tommy would send it in there with two massive creatures. Maybe one of them, but... Alright, River, it's your turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna move up to Tommy's zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna start aiming at the Jaguar. Well, I can't do that. Never mind. But I'll just prepare if it starts if any of them start coming towards Tommy to intercept them, you know.
Yeah. Tommy's gonna not focus on the Deathclaw anymore and start shooting the bear.
Yeah.
Oops, that was a D2 attack. It was supposed to be a D1, but oh well, he still hit. Alright, Algoy. How deadly do you bite the Deathclaw? I guess we know who would win in a fight.
I think this is poorly balanced, but... oh well. Because the games usually don't throw Deathclaws until you're a higher level, and Yaguais come before Deathclaws.
I know. But... like... the only thing the Deathclaw has going for it is Rin. And the fact that it does have a ranged attack.
Wait, what?
It can throw a heavy object, like a dumpster or something, at y'all.
Weird, but okay.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. They do have opposable thumbs when you look at their claws. I can see them picking up, like... maybe not picking it up like a human could, or like a super mutant type could, but I imagine they could, like, kind of...
I think more like...
lob it at something.
You know, like the tank in Left 4 Dead, where they just hit the object really hard and it goes flying?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I think they could do stuff like that. But, man, like... the fact that this is a Deathclaw, I was worried. You know, I was like, oh, well, hopefully this encounter isn't too hard. Shouldn't be, like a Yaogwai and a Deathclaw. They could fight each other for a bit. I was more worried about the Deathclaw.
I was too, but for something that's can tear power armor to pieces in game...
Dog's gonna move his own. He's gonna sit behind you.
It's just so weak.
Yeah. Anyway, your turn.
I'm gonna move up, and I'm just gonna punch the Yaguai.
Okay. Get into melee with it.
Yes. Let's see. Is it this one I want? Yes, that should be it, right? I have it targeted, correct?
Yes, you have the Yaogwai targeted.
Alright. I'm just gonna roll these. Double fours. Oh, hit as hard as a Deathclaw. Yep.
Alright. Of course, now that you have attacked, you're no longer... once you've gotten in your armor, you're no longer invisible, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove your effect.
Also, he should have been having Vicious added to his hit since he was stealth.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Well, I probably just forgot.
Okay. That's one thing I've noticed with this system. It does not add in the effects of, like, talents and things you consume.
Yeah. Well, no, okay. It does add the stuff y'all consume. Because you still had, for the longest, the Mirelurk Omelet effect of giving yourself 2 AP every turn.
Oh.
But it doesn't do it automatically. Yeah, physically have to, you know.
Well, when he ate the stealth boy, he should have had the vicious added to his weapon because.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm meaning. It's like, you know, when the game gives you these bonus effects from consuming things, it doesn't add into the dice rolls.
He rolled 2 2s.
Ooh. Well, that's like an extra 3 dice for us. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Oh. Well, that's giving you points as well, but okay.
You're... I haven't even been keeping track of this fight because I don't think it's really gonna last very much longer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, well, it's gonna last for a decent bit, but even you know.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Complications.
Well, okay. I have to remember what do these do again?
It is a successful hit, but something negative can happen out of it.
Right.
From damaging you to damaging your gear, damaging something, you falling over, yada yada yada. It's whatever you want. It's a negative effect for a 20. If you want to add a negative effect, because it's up chance.
You know what? It just misses. Kind of. It misses and ends up. Let's see. It tried to bite. No, it tried to use its claws. It goes to swipe at the death claw, and you punch it in the side of its face, preventing it from biting, knocking all of its teeth out of its mouth. It can no longer perform the bite attack.
Yay!
And take some point of damage. I'll take a single point of damage from that. Anyway, claws against the death claw. Well, the death claw's turn. I keep forgetting to take it off of D2. Anyway, it's gonna do its claw rind attack thing that it has. The only thing that it's worth doing for this death claw, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
It killed the Yagwai.
Now the question is, does it run away or attack me?
It just killed, so it can't do anything. It just attacked. It could probably move. But it sees you. So, it has to go outside of the Super Duper Mart, because y'all are currently inside of it. So it would have to go back out. And it would have to go through you to get out. So,
Oh, I'm blocking the doorway?
When you're in the general vicinity of the giant collapsed wall that was the door, but, you know, because it's a collapsed Super Duper Mart. Dog! Dog goes in. tries to bite it. Oh my god, the dog succeeded! Oh. Dogs do no damage.
It's like, not knowing that death claws have some level of intelligence, I'm going to be attacking it. Ooh.
You punch it. But end up dropping anything in your other hand.
Oh, okay, well, I didn't have anything in the other hand.
Didn't think you did, but in case you did.
Woo!
Ooh!
Fucking
Nice one.
punch!
No, I like to imagine, okay, so
Texas Slam!
your character, like, since you rolled this nat 20, you, like, go to punch, you, like, kind of trip a bit, and, like, you see its claws, like, start to swipe upwards towards you, like, taking advantage of your misfortune of missing, like, that attempted swing, because you rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
And somehow, in a full suit of power armor, you grab its claw, pull yourself up over around the death claw, rolling kind of like down its back, forcing its claw to stab into its own heart.
Ooh.
Killing it. Tommy will kind of come up and say, well, aren't you,
Tommy, where'd you go?
we don't need the tokens anymore. So I had to remove them. He will go,
He walks up to me and then disappears. Oh,
Right.
Jew disappears.
he's like, well, aren't you, agile in that armor of yours?
And I'll just nod. It's like, yep.
For, party sake, I'm not gonna give XP. The reward is the stuff you get from the animals.
Yeah, that's fine. And maybe any loot we find here.
Yeah. Yeah, that was... Okay. That's how they did the death claws. I guess that makes sense.
Oh.
So there's the death claw, which is what you just fought, which is fucking
Terrible.
And then have...
That's why it's like, is there an evolved version, like the glowing one of stuff?
And then you have the alpha, which...
Probably more terrifying.
The alpha's benefit is hardened skells, which basically it can spend 3 AP to increase its physical defense.
Oh.
It's also got Den Protector, so it can call in reinforcements, basically.
Okay.
And then you have the Matriarch.
I remember the matriarchs are terrifying.
Yeah, Pack Mother. It generates AP. It literally just generates AP.
Ah, okay.
For each Deathclaw that exists. So on their own, they're not too terrifying, which does make sense. They are pack animals.
Yeah.
In lore. So I guess they're more lore accurate.
So basically, to make them a challenge, you have the alpha and the matriarch.
Mm-hmm.
And the alpha calls in reinforcements, and the matriarch is like, ha, time to die. Action points, GM.
Imagine, like, the matriarch sitting there, like, with, like, pom-poms on its claws, like, yeah. like dancing, like the like jumping on one foot to the next, like that, like a tribal dance.
I was thinking more like a pompous queen, just like following her nails and just looks at you. It's like, servants, kill that one. You know?
Yeah. Tommy will kind of look at the death claw and says, I think this is the first time I've ever seen one this up close before. That isn't trying to maul my face off. Because it's not every day you kill a death claw.
Yeah. Ah. I'll be honest, I thought the thing would have been a little more terrifying.
Well, they're typically pack animals. Probably not as tough without their pack.
I guess that's true.
Anyway.
Now, can my character have heard a crazy rumor about this talking Deathclaws?
I mean...
Oh, is that far-fetched?
That is the rumor of the wasteland.
Okay. I'll open its mouth and look at it. It's like... Strange, I keep hearing rumors every so often about talking Deathclaws.
Maybe it's a way to scare children into beds.
I guess. Oh, I'm not quite good with the whole butchering thing. Did you do the honors? Like, she's openly admitted she's a bounty hunter. And a people finder.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, that's the first time I've seen all the dice have an effect on them.
Yeah. Yeah, you did a big hit.
Because all the times, it's like half of them are going to be blank.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let me get to... Now they're scavenging a super duper mart. I gotta find the super duper mart table. Oh, it's considered a commercial building. Okay. This is rather large. The super duper marts were like basically Walmart.
Yep. I had a little bit of everything.
Hey. You ready?
Yep.
Alright, Tommy will perform the butchery. So now in the party loot table.
Yep. Oh, no claw?
It's, butchery's just to get the meat.
Okay.
Like, you actually have to say you chop off its hand, and then you just have a death claw hand, because that's basically what it is.
Okay, I chop off the hands.
We'll have to make it back in town.
That's fine.
Well, might as well loot this place. Doesn't look like it's been touched.
With a Yagoi here? Yeah, I don't think anyone would be foolish enough to raid it.
Here's your loot.
Oh.
You find the combat armor, the missile, and the long pipe bolt-action rifle on a dead raider. He appears to have been mauled to death. The rest, you find scattered around the place.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Mostly food.
Yeah. I'll pick up the blood pack. It's like, huh. Odd thing to sell at a store.
You know, I once learned never to question what the fuck went on in those pre-war times.
Yeah.
Weird shit. You know, I heard that they didn't have to go to an outhouse. You know, they had something called automatic flushing toilets. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Ironically, that's not actually true, but you know that is what that's how people from the post-war think of the pre-war. Because like of how advanced some of them were. Okay, I don't think they had flushing toilets, but you get what I mean.
No, I think a lot of them did have flushing toilets.
I mean, but you know what I mean, like automatic ones.
Oh, like you sat down and it would flush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're starting to in Japan, or like Japan has.
Or what stores have.
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, they have sentry turrets. I guess they could have self-flush, like the sensors for the toilets and stuff to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we have that. Well, yeah, I can't stop comparing us to them. But
Yeah,
they
either
had,
way.
yeah, they had scanners on their stuff.
I'll go. Well, the meat and hide will sell for a pretty penny.
Yeah.
He will give you your share of the meat and hide, which is mostly just going to show up as meat because the hide's just considered junk. Because it's a crafting item.
Yeah.
All junk is just rolled up into one, which I appreciate for simplicity on my part when it comes to crafting for y'all.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it takes X amount of junk to craft this item. And it's like, I do appreciate that. Eventually, you know, we'll make it back to town. And I need to roll something for Tommy.
He botches the first one, well, it's a good thing we have a second one. And we're strapping it to the power armor arm. I mean, you could wield the melee weapons in power armor. It doesn't make any sense, but that's something you do.
Yeah, I think it's just... Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to wield 90% of the melee weapons.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't be able to wield any gauntlet weapon. You know?
Yeah.
You would have to wield things like a tire iron or a super sledge.
Yeah.
Alright. It's a good thing Tommy has a perk to make survival items with a normal repair check.
Oh.
Neat. He barely met it. Alright, it's not the prettiest looking gauntlet.
She doesn't care about pretty.
But he has forged you a Death Claw's gauntlet.
Yay! That's a pretty big upgrade for me.
For a melee weapon, yeah. Additionally, because he rolled lower than 6, it comes pre-equipped with the only mod it can have!
Woohoo!
Did you drag it to your inventory, or do you need me to?
Looking for it.
Alright,
Let's
I'll go
see.
ahead and drag it.
Okay. I had just found it.
No, I already had it pulled up.
Alright. I will equip it. And I will add its only mod.
Yep.
Extra
And that's
claws.
Yep. And that's because you had 2 hands.
Yeah.
You still editing it, or?
I think it's good. There we go. Unique extra claws.
On a successful attack, spend 2 AP to disarm an opponent,
Ooh.
knocking 1 held item away. Bad. That's all it does, but that's not a bad effect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It even tells, if you scroll down, it'll say what type of complications you can give if I roll a 20.
Mm-hmm. Not all of them have that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, animals' natural attacks don't have that.
But it's like ever extended, your defense is lowered by 1 to the end of your next turn. Stuck. This one sucks. Your weapon has got lodged into something.
Maybe the enemy!
Maybe the enemy, yeah.
Anyway, Tommy will say, as he kind of brings you your death claw, you notice it has an extra claw on it. He goes, managed to make use of the other claw.
Oh, cool. Looks real good. I love it.
It's not the best of my work, but
Oh, trust me, man. This thing is functional, and that's all I care for.
so, what brought you to Far Harbor anyway? Not exactly the most, he kind of motions around to, how plain it is.
I am not. I had. You know how I'm hunting missing people?
Yeah.
Well, Fall Harbor is one of the places where one of those people are at.
Who are you hunting? He says that he'll kind of, like, pull out a pack of cigarettes, pull a cigarette out, and go to light it. Of course, he offers you one as he's lighting it.
No, rejected. It's like, well, you've run into him, but he's caused problems in other areas. And people want him brought back for justice or something? I don't know.
Talking about Dima.
Yep, Dima.
Damn robot can't keep his nose to himself a lot of the time.
Uh-huh.
And get asked by Avery every now and then to deliver supplies up to his hideout. Nothing crazy, just occasional stuff he orders. Don't get me wrong. He's helped Fire Harbor. He points to the fog condensers around the town.
I also heard he threatened you guys with a nuke.
He did that. Threatened mostly Alan and his lot.
Yeah, but you don't use a nuke to threaten a group of people. That's something you threaten a city with.
Thing is Alan's harmless. He talks a big game, but that's all he is fucking talk. Alan only cares about one thing, and that's the people of the island. Earn his respect by helping the people out, not asking and not charging an arm and a leg for something these people can't afford. And he'll leave you alone. Demon refuses to lift a finger to help anybody except building those damn fog condensers. Which, yeah, sure, Avery says, well, that's all he needed to do. Now, you ask me, maybe it's my time serving in the Brotherhood. Robots like that, they don't sit right with me. At least not ones that threaten people like that.
Problem with robots like Dima. They don't have the life experience to handle those emotions that are built into them. You have the body of an adult, the intelligence of an adult, but the maturity of a baby.
Well,
Ain't my first time hunting a synth, won't be the last.
he's not a... Don't know what a synth is. Beyond, unless you're referring to him.
Yep, him.
But I can tell you how to get into the nucleus.
Alright.
Without having to trudge through the heavily irradiated front door.
I'd be really grateful. Oh, helpful. I'll be really grateful, and that's very helpful. How's that?
He'll, pull up a map, you know, on like a old picnic table that has long since lost its, like, benches to sit on. It's now just a table out.
Alright.
He kind of will plop down a map, and he says, alright, Dima's here. I don't have a map of Far Harbor that's clear enough to upload, so
Yeah.
you'll have to Google one. Keep in mind the locations on there aren't 100% because I had to make the island a lot bigger than what it is in the game.
Well, and this is also, what, 20 years ahead of the game?
Yeah, something like that. They don't get into specifics on how far away it is. They just state the Gen 3 synth exists, and that's it. So it's sometime after Father's been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Or Sean's been kidnapped.
I mean, Sean Father, the same person.
Mm-hmm. But the Brotherhood's also there, so I don't know.
What? Oh, yeah.
But it's scouts. It's like, it's just not the full force of the Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's right. And then when you had those few scouts there in that police station, so
And
I'm sure
like,
there's a few others out there.
yeah, well, even in Dance states, like, he's not the first team to been sent to the Brotherhood. That there was like a whole bunch of expeditions sent into the Boston.
Yeah, that's right.
But
And somehow the Institute captured Dan and replaced him.
long before he ever came to the Commonwealth, I imagine.
Yeah.
But who knows with that one anyway. They'll say, well, may not be able to enter it with your power armor. But he points into kind of where the water is, like, would be, right?
Uh-huh.
Right about here. I think it's an emergency exit, but it's underwater.
Alright.
You don't mind swimming and getting wet.
Well, I mean, underwater is gonna be underwater.
Now, I haven't been through the door myself, I just know it exists. Alan had me look for a way into the place should it, ever come to it.
Alright.
Door's unlocked, too. At least the lock's rusted off of it. So you should have no trouble opening the door.
Okay.
Now, if he's got any traps on the other side, that's another story.
I would expect traps. Just because... who knows what else would come through that door.
Indeed. Truthfully, I think the damn nuke should be dismantled.
Well... I know it won't be a problem much longer. I made a deal with Adrian. Once I get done with Dima, I'll take that sub and head north to my second target.
Oh, so you'd be heading into New York at that point.
Yep.
I've heard horror tales of the things that have happened in New York, overrun by super mutants, they say.
I've heard tales like that in others.
One of the first... You believe some of those pre-war ghouls? They say it was the first place that ever got hit by a nuke.
I mean, I don't see a reason for a pre-war ghoul to lie about it.
Don't either. But, you know,
Yeah.
scary to think.
What do you say?
He said it's scary to think about it.
Yeah. You're just not. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much use I'll be, an old scribe such as myself, and to kind of explain how Tommy looked. Despite his youthful, movements, he looks like he's about 45 years old. But is still, limber like he's, 30 to 35-ish.
Oh.
So, he's taking good care of his body. You know?
Yeah.
It's may not be much help physically. An old scribe and all. But, I guess I'll travel with you.
Oh, cool.
Not like there's much to do around here. That is, if you and your friends will have me.
I have no problem with that. I recently acquired a truck driver to help us get around the island. Don't know if we can even take the truck with us on the sub, but... well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Since you'll have to fix it up, I'll say I'll out of character, this is future talk, GM-wise. I will say I'll modify one of the missile silos to tote it.
Okay.
And because y'all are gonna have to do a lot of work to get that thing seaworthy.
Yeah.
And this is before Dima tried the release mechanism to the sub. Because, when the Children of Adam moved in there, he fries the release mechanism so they can't ever take it out to launch the nuke anywhere.
But he did install a back door to it.
Yeah.
Because he's like, just in case they ever get out of trouble, just fire
I
the
can
nuke.
just give them blessed oblivion.
Yeah.
He's so fucking deranged.
He is.
I have always, anytime I have done that, when I first did it, I accidentally sided with him, right?
Yeah.
To replace the, guy in the fucking leader of the Children of Adam. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with their names.
I can't even remember. You just say shit leader of Children of Adam.
But okay, that's a pretty good ending, right?
Yeah.
Getting peace for the whole island. I do like that as an ending. But to me, I still think not only should he do that, he needs to fucking atone for what he did to Abe.
I did the, because I did all the side quests and I covered all the hidden truths, I chose the atonement ending.
Mm-hmm.
And I still made peace with the people of Adam and,
Yeah,
Paul
you can.
Harbor.
You just have to do all the quests and stuff. It takes a bit.
Yeah. But I was like,
But,
this is the new DLC, I might as well get my money's worth and I'll do all the stuff and explore.
it's a real good DLC.
I was actually surprised it was, because, well, Sometimes
Like,
Bethesda is a real big
Fallout
miss on their DLCs.
Fallout 4 base game, not that impressive. Like, it's
No.
fun, don't get me wrong, right? Like,
Yeah.
I do like the gunplay in it. I love the fucking customization that you can do.
Yeah, yeah.
I love how it did power armor.
I will agree with you. I think it gave us it a little too early.
Okay, there's a difference between giving it to, because like they give it to you early, yes, but I was okay with it simply because it wasn't in the most perfect condition, and you had a quarter of a fusion core.
Yeah.
Like it, yes, you had a pretty powerful piece of armor early game, but like you couldn't maintain it
I don't know.
realistically.
I maintained it pretty well. Well,
All depends on your luck of loot and stuff too.
yeah. I was getting lucky finding fans and screws and glue and all that sort of stuff. You know, the things.
Every time I play early on, I always find an abundance of copper, so I'm almost never out of copper, but I
Hello,
have a
how are
hard
you
time
doing?
finding like screws.
I really enjoy your streaming.
So
Keep it
I'm
up,
always
thumbs
out
up
of
sign.
screws.
I would love it if you can add me on Discord
But,
because I have some recommendations for you that will greatly help you to improve your stream. Add me on
He'll
Discord
push
by
into his
hand
dog in
pointing
this
right
here.
handers.
Well, this is Sarah.
Is he pointing to the dog?
He starts petting the dog.
I
Kind of
don't know.
see him fighting back tears as he looks at the dog.
Painful
Dog
memory.
was my daughter's.
My condolences.
Our opposed elder, Maxim. She was one of the few, like myself, who still believed in Elder Lion's teachings. Yeah, you're not a Brotherhood member, so I guess I'll explain it to you. In the Brotherhood, we're told that technology, dangerous technology, like nukes, high-grade military robots, plasma weaponry, you know, these are things that not every person should just pick up and use. They can be dangerous.
In a way.
Especially if they're not properly maintained. Ever handled a damaged plasma cell?
I've
No.
not seen many of those.
Point
But
is,
I assume my character has seen some stuff, but, you know, not
yeah,
often.
you've seen probably like someone pick up like a damaged plasma pistol and it like explode like a grenade on
Yeah.
them. Like you've seen things like that. You've seen out of control military robots and stuff just mowing down innocent traders for, just because it got too close to somewhere they don't even know. Like, they didn't know this was a military checkpoint.
Yeah. I even had a military robot that would have killed me if it wasn't for the power armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've seen those pistols explode. Blew a guy's arm off.
In Elder Lion's teachings, he believed that these technologies should, yes, be taken by the Brotherhood, but only so that way we can maintain them. We're the ones who know how. As well as, once we learn how to maintain it, then we teach the people how to maintain it. We shared the knowledge. We protected them not only from themselves, but from abusing things that, well, led to all of this.
I can agree with that. But there is a problem.
Such as?
She's gonna hold up one of her fusion cells. Like, these aren't quite being made anymore.
No. But, no kind of chuckle. That was the beauty of Elder Lions. We managed to restore some of those factories in old DC.
Really?
Managed to get them forging fusion cells again, even making our own power armor.
That's amazing.
And then Maxon comes along and, well, stated his teachings were just for different ambience, because I don't think you want to listen to the swamp sound in the city.
Uh,
I'll go.
Too bad it's only a 4-minute one. Oh, I found a 28-minute one.
Well, you could probably find it. This is one of the most popular songs. From the, Far Harbor DLC's soundtrack.
Yeah. This is what I found.
But, Maxon made the teachings of Elder Lyons traitorous to practice. Well.
And let me guess, he went the old ways of the Brotherhood from what I hear? Steal the tech, kill the people if they won't give it up?
Pretty much.
I can understand that the tech is dangerous when it's unstable, and I can understand that people here don't understand a lot of things of the old world. I've seen those military robots kill people for just getting in too close to once was an old base.
Mm-hmm. Not knowing that war is over and it's killing innocent people that know nothing of this USA.
I met the remnants of this USA. Frankly, I don't like the old USA. I think the war probably...
Enclave.
Yeah.
I fought them alongside the Lone Wanderer.
It'd be, she's glad she's in her armor right still. She's, like, kind of grinning. It's like, yeah, yes.
You've met the Lone Wanderer.
I know, that's why she's grinning. Her low charisma means she has low social skills and low Q, so she would be giving away a lot of her secrets without that armor.
Many of the Brotherhood that still follows Elder Lyons, we followed the Lone Wanderer. I followed her all the way to here. Some only followed her as far as Boston. Others, a few other places, such as Maine. Or not Maine, fucking Tenpenny Towers in what? Virginia? I used to know that, because Tenpenny Towers is not in DC. It's in another state.
Yeah, DC, it's its own unit. DC is surrounded by West Virginia and Virginia. It would depend on if it was on the northern side or southern side. Because literally, it's like
on the west side. Like, from the Capitol building, it's on the west side.
Okay, and then it would be in Western Virginia. You're only touching Virginia on the southern part of DC.
Because it's like west, it's southwest a bit. Because, terrain and everything else. It's not directly west, but you get the idea.
But it's not directly south.
Yeah. It's west and then south a bit. But the point is, it's in Virginia.
I'd say probably West Virginia, but yeah.
Probably.
It's at least one of those two. It's like, West Virginia is an interesting story. What's that? We'll just secede.
He'll go, but the horror stories that the Enclave committed still gives me nightmares, the stuff we saw.
I was told that not all Enclave are bad. Some still believe in it. Like the Elder Alliance, in fact.
That'd be Colonel Autumn and his group.
Yeah.
I was there with the Lone Wanderer. She spared him. He wasn't a bad man. Heck, some people in the Brotherhood say that the Lone Wanderer betrayed the Brotherhood and joined. At least this is what Maxon and his goons preach. That the Lone Wanderer is a traitor to the Brotherhood because she let him go.
How can she be a traitor to a group that she never belonged to? Which sounds like stupid logic.
I never said Maxon was the smartest tool in the shed.
No, you didn't. It's a shame that his followers seem to be blind to stupidity.
They're blind because of who he's the child of. He's the child of the founder. That is actually canon. Like, he's the child of the founder of the
Well, he's the great descendant because he's not 200 years old.
No, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
He's I think he's like actually the grandchild.
I think it's the great-grandchild. It's been like 4 generations.
I don't know, because you'd have to figure out how far is... Because I think when we meet him in... Because don't you meet the founder in Fallout 1 or 2?
No!
Oh, he's already dead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because, like, Fallout 1 happened, like, 100+ years after the war.
Mm-hmm.
And the Brotherhood of Steel technically formed as the bombs dropped. Well, it formed before the bombs dropped, actually.
It formed...
Because...
during Project... the FEV project.
Yep.
I forget what they called it.
I know what you mean, because they were the guards of the base,
Yeah,
and they saw the experiments of the FEV. Medicine.
They offered the like even some of the scientists were horrified by the continuation of the FEV. They killed the ones that wouldn't follow them and left.
Yep. And then that place got nuked and became the glow.
Left to some bunker, and the bunker sealed because it was like, I guess, a vault, like a military vault or some shit.
Yeah, it was a military vault.
And
it wasn't one of the experiments as citizen vaults.
the bombs dropped. They blamed the old governments. You know, it was like, oh, they knew this was going to happen. They knew. They did nothing.
Yep.
So this is a whole kit and caboodle.
And he basically said, our job is to get all the old world tech away from people who are born after the bombs drop, because we don't want another nuclear war.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't think any of the locals born after the war would know what a nuclear warhead looked like, let alone how to fire one.
No, well, kind of.
Okay, the courier had an item on them that caused the nukes to explode. And
No. I was referring to the... Because in Fallout 3, when you first arrive in Megaton, they knew that was an atomic bomb. I think it's... They know what a nuke is, but they don't know how to use it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, because they're still the Fat Man, and they know what that is.
And they know what a mini nuke is. So, like, my logical assumption here would be they know what a nuke is. Like, everyone knows what a nuke is.
Yeah.
But they think they're all gone. They don't think there's any nukes left, aside from maybe some undetonated warheads here and there.
Yeah, and then you have, like, shit. Civil War General.
Ulysses.
He was actually a genius, even though he was an ex-member of the Legion.
Mm-hmm.
Ulysses was scary smart.
He was a courier.
Well, he was a Legion member at one point, and then he became a courier.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was even a courier for the Legion at one point before he went rogue.
I don't know. I just know he blames you for the destruction of the Divide.
Which wasn't your fault, it was the package you were carrying and you didn't know it.
Wasn't it like a laser detonator or something like that?
No, I think it was something that set the nukes off, but their silos won't open, so they just blew a massive hole in the ground, causing the Divide.
Could it have been the platinum chip? No.
No, you got the platinum chick afterwards. Because he saw your name on the list and he said, no, give the chip to that person.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm guessing he knew that chip was death and he hoped you would die.
Well, he actually says it, that he knew. Like, I think if you actually figure it out, like, collect all the Mojave notes for it,
Yeah.
I think you can actually ask him about it. After you beat the DLC, if you spare him.
Yeah.
And get the good ending, which is the hardest ending to get in all the DLCs.
But you had some device that activated the unexploded nukes, and because the silos won't open, they just basically blew up their silo, which caused a massive earthquake, and destroyed the city that was on top of it. You don't know that what you had was a walk-in nuke armor. Only the person who sent you did.
Yep.
And they never say who sent you. That is actually one thing I really wish that they would have done. I'll be honest.
I think, at least when I played it, I thought the side that sent you is whatever side he claims that you serve. Right? Because, like, if you serve... And I noticed this recently, like, if you actually have a high Legion representation, he's pro NCR, not pro Legion like he is by default.
Yeah.
And he talks about, like, I imagine, I guess, whatever faction your character sides with, it's either someone from the NCR wanting this device, or it's someone from the Legion sending you, knowing what this would do.
Yeah.
But not thinking they would just launch automatically.
I think the Legion is actually more intelligent than they let on.
Parts of them are.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think they probably did want them to go off because this was a way to weaken the New California Republic. Because you did cripple a major trade from them to the Mojave.
Yeah.
And I figured this was something maybe after the first war of Hoover Dam, and the Legion's like, man, we can't do anything if the Mojave is going to just constantly get reinforcements from the California Republic
Through the Divide, yeah, because they had to change the route that they took, didn't they, to make it longer?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So it would make sense that
he's talking about that.
Yeah, and it would make sense that the Legion would want the Divide destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was the Legion.
Yeah, because the Legion, yes, they say they lost the first war because of the because of the Rangers, but before the Battle of Hoover Dam, the NCR didn't even know what the Legion was. Now they do, and with the Divide there, they could easily send massive support.
Either way, Tommy is now an ally.
Yay!
Will have to remind me every now and then that he exists on an encounter.
Yeah. This was fun.
It's nothing crazy, but I figured it would make I figured it would make a fun
Yeah.
thing. And now, if you look under allies, you can see Tommy.
Allies.
It's under main. If you look under your main tab of your character sheet, you should see allies right below your skills.
Oh, okay.
You can click on and
Okay. Oh, nice.
so like that's where you would also put like dog meat and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's a little disappointed in the Deathclaw, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
dear God, it's not very deadly.
Which
And
is,
like,
it's a shame. I understand what they were going with it, but it's like, even a base level death flaw was still instant death to most people.
yeah, and most of the time you needed people in power armor to, at least, lore-wise anyway.
Or even in Fallout 4, if a death claw got a hold on you and you weren't in power
Yeah,
armor, it's just instant death.
Well, it wasn't instant. It all depended on your health.
Yeah, it did a lot of damage, that grab, because it was like grab, stab.
Well, it would like grab you, pick you up, and then like take its claw and stab it right in your abdomen.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot.
That's gonna cause you to bleed out. Luckily, you have those magical stims, which I swear are nanites. Even though it's like...
Realistically, stims don't actually heal you over time, because their actual effect is more akin to like it's a, what's in them is akin to like metagel, basically,
which
Lord knows what that is. We just know what's in a stim pack is referred to as med, like a form of gel, which you're injecting it into your body doesn't seem very helpful.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just sitting here going like, I still don't understand how the stim works, and it's like, I've seen other games use a form of it, and it's like, it's a cool mechanic, but it's like, unless this is nanites you're pumping into you, that isn't going to heal your body. And even then, you gotta have, like, it's like it has to, the stuff in the thing has to be like nanites and then biological material for them to use.
I remember watching a game theory video, right?
Yeah.
Say what you will about some of Matt Pat's videos. Some of them are actually really good, like some of his theories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
one of his videos, like on the stim packs, is that like they're actually terrifying, because if you think about it, they instantly heal all wounds.
Depending on the difficulty.
Right. And
because if you... I was just gonna say, if you put it on hard at once, it becomes a hot.
Well, if you put it on, like, hardcore...
Yeah.
Or survival in Fallout 4, hardcore in New Vegas...
Yeah.
It's no longer a...
instant heal, it's a hot.
Instant. It's a over time.
Which does make it challenging, because you can't just slam 6 stim packs into you.
Yeah. But, like, and that's canonly how they work, by the way.
The hot?
But, yeah, they heal you over time.
Yeah.
So, if I remember correctly, like he's like, what's terrifying about it is if you take like the normal difficulty ones, it's even more terrifying because if it's not nanites, then that means this is basically a drug that supercharges your body's self-repair.
Yeah.
Which is cool and great medically, but terrifying because it's supercharged, you're not getting the immunity to any bacteria that's in that cut.
Well, it's actually not great medically either. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
If you're forcing your cells to split in a rapidly region, you would age so fast after a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, those will save your life. They'll shorten your lifespan too, because your cells can only split so many times before they just flat out die. I'm too old, dead. That's how you die of old age. Your body just can't split anymore.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, yes, you can see Tommy's level. Yes, he is level 14.
I can only see his skills and his attributes. Oh wait, maybe if I go to combat.
Oh, you don't see...
No, I don't see any of his perks.
Well, the perks are void, which sucks.
Yeah.
But his only real perk was just he's a scribe.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. He's an ex-scribe. I figured he'd be a nice little helper since there's only 3 of you, and he's not too terrible.
Yeah, and no offense against Kid, but I don't see him going down the crafter route, so a scribe would be really good for that.
Yeah, I also don't see him grabbing a lot of, like, repair, except for himself.
Yeah. Which, it's shame because he can benefit so much from science and, I think, blacksmith, or was it armor? Because even in the core rulebook, the robots have a lot of upgrades they can use.
Yep.
But,
well, kind of. Certain upgrades just don't do a lot. But he's wanting this weird stealth combat hybrid thing.
That sells.
That sells, and it's like... Like, he tagged melee weapons.
And he's not really good with that.
No.
But, yeah, he can get different armors, plates.
I mean, he's got Mr. Gutsy plates. Which... Those are probably the better armor-wise anyway.
Yeah, this gives him 2 physical, 2 energy. But what I was talking about is, like, he can add stuff like primal plates to it, which gives him a +2 physical.
Mm-hmm. He can also get rated, noxious, toxic.
Yeah. There's so many ones he can get.
The hydraulic one could be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Which help him with his melee attacks.
I was also thinking maybe his actual flame, which gives him increased carry weight. Because he's complaining those missiles are so heavy. Which, hey, we got more missiles for him!
Yep.
It's like, hey, Ken, remember how you fired off those missiles?
To be fair, Ken's also carrying 110 junk.
Yeah.
Like...
I think we need to find a place to store the junk. You know, and use it for crafting.
Yeah, I mean, y'all can put it in the truck.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't hold that much, but it's cement.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If I sat there and worried about every single little thing like that, okay, where are y'all sticking all of this stuff anyway?
Yeah.
Your pockets?
Yeah.
Kin's face fridge?
Well, that's the thing with Fallout. It's like I swear they have the last thing before the post-war that everyone has figured out is pocket dimension bags of holding. Because like you'll kill a raider who's barely wearing any clothes, and they'll have like 600 items on them. It's like, where'd you keep all this?
All of their everyone figured out Time Lord trans-dimensional technology. Like all of their clothing's just big.
Yeah, it has to be that. Because, you know, you kill, like, raiders and stuff, and they'll just have, like, so much junk on them. It's like, where'd you keep all this?
Especially the higher level ones where, like, you'll kill one that's, like, clearly using a heavy weapon and has all this heavy weapon ammo, but he also has, like, another heavy weapon.
You'll have, like, 2 melee weapons.
And, like, or have, like, 2 melee weapons, or a melee weapon, and then a pistol. It's like, what? Why? And like some of that stuff, like it's not light.
Then they'll have like 6 skulls in them.
Mm-hmm.
And all sorts of other things. It's like, where did you carry this? You have a bikini on. Because yeah, so the females, they still have like, it's like, I have this leather armor. It's just like straps in a bikini. It's like,
yeah.
Where did you put it? Your prison purse?
Did you shove it up your bum?
It's like, how'd you shove a... It's like, they don't even have like a fat man on it. It's like, where'd you put this? Then I'm sitting there thinking like, where am I putting 700 tons of items? Because you can get quite a lot of carry weight on your character, and you're just like, I'll have like 60 weapons on me, and it's like,
yeah.
Where am I carrying it?
We're gonna state, since y'all have broken it down to the smallest possible form that these junk components can be broken down into.
They're atoms?
Do you know what I mean by that?
I know, but you do that in the game. It's like, here's the pure balls of copper. It's like, what I do? I deatomized the thing and melted it into just copper balls? It's like, this will have copper, oil, and screws. It's like, I'm a Mr. I'm MacGyver somehow.
I like to imagine, like, the Pip-Boy is just like, I have all this stuff in my pocket, in my trans-dimensional pocket inventory, but they're wanting to craft this thing. Oh, well, I guess I'll just fabricate everything else they're missing. Just, I'm sorry, to make an automatic water pump, it's copper, screws, oil, and I think some steel.
Yeah.
And concrete. Where's the circuit board to regulate the power flow and the pump flow and
yeah, where's there's some extra compartment thing. It's like, where's the filters? Where's this? Where's that?
Yeah.
And it's like,
we're
it's
going
like,
to assume that it's at least enough that y'all could stick it in the chest in between the cab and the bed of the truck.
Also, my favorite part is like, it's like 4 bars of steel and 3 ingots of copper and all this, and you put the junk on the ground, and it's like it barely covers your foot, and then you make it, and it's like this giant tower. It's like, how the fuck did that happen?
Mm-hmm. But inventory pocket, rabbit holes aside, no pun intended there.
I know it's just Fallout. It's just hilarious. It's like let's just make. It's like it's post-apocalypse, but it's at the same time super sci-fi? Question mark?
Yep. Either way, I think you have a pretty good
So are you gonna move Ken's junk to hit the truck?
I'll just tell you all. Honestly, what's a good item that y'all all might want to get?
What's that?
Backpacks.
Is that even an item in the game?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. I'll be brutally honest, I don't know why Ken carries a lot of junk, because doesn't he not have a lot of carry weight? Oh. Oh.
His sheet's having issues adding it in there, but
Oh, maybe I should get a large backpack. Because
his
it's like...
his max encumbrance is 190.
Okay.
His total weight right now is 165.
Alright. My total encumbrance is 260, but I'm starting to get up there. I'm 139. I was like, oh, this stuff's adding up pretty fast. Like real Fallout.
That's why I said, like, get like a larger medium backpack. Like,
How much is a large backpack?
okay, a large is 60, but it's rarity 2.
Okay.
A small one's 30, but rarity 1.
I mean,
the small one.
Rarity 2 isn't that bad.
The small one's basically increases it by half as much as the big one does.
Okay.
So the big one increases it by 10 times your strength. The small one is 5 times your strength.
Question is, do I go with the big one right now and invest in the future, or do I go with the small one and invest right now?
In the future.
That's right here. Alright, I'll drop to 60.
Unless you need ammo. And if you want to... let's see here. I think to roll to see if someone has the item, it's what? You just...
Yeah.
The DN, right?
Yep.
Alright, so D2, and it's just what? 2 face dice? Or it's the D20, ain't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna...
Just roll luck.
Okay.
The book says to roll luck for availability.
I think it's Luck Survivor, right?
Since you're bartering for it, you're not trying to scavenge it, it's luck and barter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a flat luck roll. I'm gonna...
You know what? Hold on, you got a robot. I mean, it makes sense, but, damn. Alright. Well, Kane couldn't find it. You wanna try?
Sure.
I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to find, but...
I'm gonna spend 3 action points to get some extra dice.
Go ahead. It's what they're there for.
Yep. Because I'm rolling at a 6.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, you got it.
Yay!
You find, a crazy old fisherwoman. She just cackles at you and says, Bag, yes.
Yes.
60 cap.
Alright, here you go.
I don't know why I had to give her a witch laugh. Every single time I do an old lady impression, I have to give her a witch laugh. I don't know why I have that.
I'm gonna need to get some. I need to get a job for some more caps.
Oh, speaking of camps, Tommy will pay you for the job. He will pay you 100 caps.
Oh, thank you.
For some reason, I cannot, just so you are aware, okay,
Yeah.
when you try to give things to Tommy,
Yeah.
okay, due to him being a ally, his sheet works a little differently.
It has to be like in my inventory or something.
You have to put stuff onto him manually.
Okay.
Because it's for a lot of it, it's like because he's technically a completely standalone sheet,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't get a lot of the automation that y'all have.
Yeah. Like I have
But
to
I am
drag
putting
things
in
to his
his.
inventory.
Hmm?
I have to drag things into his inventory.
No, you have to manually put it in. Like, I do mean physically type it in.
Oh, okay.
That's. But he doesn't have a weight limit, quote, 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 quote.
Just like half the companions in the game.
Yep. Yep. Why does it say he has 0 HP?
Oh, Tommy. The death call looked at you funny. You had a heart attack.
That's weird. Hmm.
I'm coming with you. Oh, I had a heart attack. No, Tommy.
Oh, I'm going to do something a little helpful, and maybe that might help. Going to see if making him a standalone sheet um if that so seeing if giving him a different sheet, or not sheet, but you know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
hint at, but like this gives him a good enough. But either way, hopefully you had fun fighting
I did.
a Yaogwai and a Deathclaw, even though we learned that the Deathclaw, they made a very reliant on its
Pack tactics.
pack tactics, yeah.
Yeah, which I greatly am disappointed with this. But I guess it kind of makes sense on a balance aspect, where it's like if the Deathclaws were as strong as they are supposed to be, Lord, in a pack, that'd just be instant death to anyone. You know?
Give or take, yeah.
Because it's like, if it's gonna hit as hard as a Jaguar and there's like 10 of them, yeah, bye-bye party, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that they did that. Even though not all Deathclaws are pack groups.
No, there are some that mostly just stay alone and stuff.
I really wish they would have brought in stuff like the glowing one that was introduced in 4, which was terrifying to fight even in power armor.
Mm-hmm.
Because that thing could move fast and that thing would rip your armor to pieces in a one hit.
And not to mention just fighting it gives you radiation.
Yep. I remember being in like a full T60, that thing came by, ripped one of my arms right off instantly. I was like, what the fuck just hit me? I later had a mod where I could tame animals, and I tamed that. An alpha glowing one. Later regretted it because,
Not much can stand against you.
oh no, it was more of, the thing had a hard time moving around in certain areas, and you had a hard time moving around its ass because it was constantly on your ass.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hi, giant wall that's blocking me from the door that I need to go through. It's like, hi. Can you go home? No. Fine. I guess this is where my game ends. Yeah, you think that's going to be a really awesome thing, but then you learn that's just too big. They get in the way too often.
Hmm.
I mean, the idea was great. It's just, there's limitations to that idea.
I'm going to try this maneuver. I'm going to remove him real quick. Now, if I drag this version of him, I should be able to get into his inventory. Hopefully, I can be able to drag something down.
Oh.
No. Okay. So,
Well, that's a nifty little thing. Energy Grounds Unity is a category on YouTube.
Yeah.
I say that as a cool thing because Roll20 is not.
Nope. It is not a considered anything. Alright, so for some reason it says he has 0 HP. I don't know why. He actually has 25.
I mean, I don't even see HP.
You don't see his HP?
Oh, I see HP. Yeah, he has 25. He has 0 wounds.
That he's taken 0 and he has no rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also doesn't list his armor. I mean, his armor isn't anything impressive. It's just... It's 2 energy. You know.
Yeah.
It's 2 energy, 2 with both arms. He also has 2 rad protection.
Alright.
He also has laser commando, which I forgot to add his extra damage. Oh, no, it was already included in a stat block, never mind. That would explain why his energy weapon does 6 damage.
Yep. Because by default, energy weapons don't do a lot of damage.
Nope. He also has a unique gun if he dies.
Ah.
He also has Let It Rip.
Let it rip.
Mm-hmm. Once per combat, Tommy may let it rip with a volley from his laser pistol. This adds the weapon's fire rate of 2 to the weapon's damage for a single attack.
Ooh. Good.
You might want to put that under notes.
You
know how to open his sheet?
Yep.
On the ally thing, you just click on the lightning bolt.
Let it rip.
Once per combat, can add the weapon's fire rate of 2 to the weapon's damage for a single attack. And you can put in parentheses for 9d6 total.
9. I'm just gonna say 96.
Alright. If you want, you can put down the laser commando effect.
Alright. He's only got 1 rank in laser commando or 2?
How much does it add by default? 2 or 1?
1. And the second... The reason you grab the second tier is because not only does it add a 1, but it gives you a bonus. I think laser commando gives you piercing 2? Oh, okay, no, it just adds +1 damage. It's one of the few that don't give you a bonus on the second time you do it.
Yeah, it just increases it by 1. He would basically have it at rank 2. So he has it maxed out.
Alright.
He also has pre-war expertise.
Well, that has to be a special one.
Yeah, it's unique to him. It's to represent his service in the Brotherhood, basically. Which Tommy's years as a scribe gives him a bonus d20 when making tests to examine, identify, or use pre-war technology.
22. Examine. Identify. Which that's gonna be butchered.
If you want to know how to spell it, I can spell it out for you if it helps.
Alright.
Identify, so you put example. Examine is EXA.
EXA.
MINE. N-E.
N-E. Own human language.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you do ones and zeros?
Identify is I-D-E N-T
N-T.
I-F-Y.
Okay, I was missing the N.
And then he also gets it to use pre-war technology.
And to use pre-war tech.
And that's Tommy.
Alright.
Of course, he...
I was just saying, in like, from what I could tell with plasma weapons,
Mm-hmm.
they roll off whatever your weakest defense is.
Yeah, physical or
Energy.
energy, which is going to be fun fighting the Enclave.
Yep. It's like, unless your defenses are even,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have a weakness that they can exploit.
Yep. Which, they're going to be a fun enemy to fight.
Oh, yeah.
Though y'all are not strong enough.
Nope.
Even just the mock ones. Like, the Temp Brotherhood people I was having y'all fight against.
Oh, yeah, I remember. We were having that back-to-back punching contest, and it's like, yes, this is how power armor works. We now understand. It's a stalemate.
And they're deadly with their ranged weapons.
Yeah.
So, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
I think once I get the Warhorse armor, I might be. Depending if Warhorse can be upgraded.
I'd have to check.
I mean, I could just look in my pieces and see if there's different.
It can be.
Oh, okay. They start off as T60F by default.
They start as T60F because they're legendary pieces, basically, and they have the overdrive servos by default.
And caliber shocks by default. Then you can add stuff like Titan plating, lead paint.
You could add all the plating stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Which, one thing I definitely need to do is get my armor painted. Because I think
painting power armors does a lot for it.
Yep.
But that takes time and money.
Or junk and time.
Yep.
Tommy, can you paint this power armor? Tommy's gonna look at me and is gonna be like, son, you need some better armor first.
Tommy's gonna look at you and be like, let's get it uniform and then we'll talk paints. At least some of the pieces here. I know there's no set bonus, but...
No, but it's like, when one armor piece is like, this super strong piece, and then the thing next to it is like, bolts and rust.
Yep.
I see you have some Enclave armor, and then Raider next to it. That looks horrifying.
God, could you imagine how your character looked?
It's like, is this a bounty hunter, right? I don't know, it looks like a bomb.
No, this looks like a like just a random scavenger who's like found a power armor frame and has just slapped on whatever power armor pieces they could find. Which, to be fair, is literally what you have done, but to also be fair, you kind of have to.
Yep. No, I'm not walking around with the fancy, just full set of T60. And even if I could, I'd probably say, like, oh, I'll take everything but the right leg. I'll keep my other leg. They'll look at it, it's like, yeah, I can't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, what's that? You got some T50, some T60, some X1, Raider? Jeez, you're just a mixed mash of everything. I really am. It's like, there is literally, like, pieces from every little piece there is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, since...
I am the funniest looking person.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good place to end it, since...
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot,
Mm,
you know, I want to throw at you when it's just, you know, one person, because it's like, well...
I don't know. I think I could fight a Deathclaw one-on-one.
Probably, but your armor wouldn't survive.
I don't know. That Deathclaw was rolling pretty bad.
I mean, all it takes is those good rolls, though, and you know how quickly that AP could turn the fight around.
Yeah.
You might be able to do some good damage to it now since you've got the Death Claw.
Oh yeah, yeah. I want to do something. This is just for fun. I'm not attacking anyone.
I mean, I imagine they have training dummies.
Ah! Piercing 5. That 5 points of armor just gone. Dude, that would punch through most power armor.
Yep. And you also rolled a lot of faces, to be fair.
Yeah. Wait till I get my second rank of Iron Fist, where it adds... it adds vicious to that. That would become 15 damage.
Yeah.
So then I have to be like 4 levels higher before I can get vicious.
Yeah.
They did not want you to get some of these really good skills too fast.
Which makes sense.
It does. It does.
Scale with your threats, you know.
Yeah. I'm a little sad. I mean, I understand now that why laser weapons tend to be a little...
Just so you know, I am going to exit
Yeah.
this session.
Yeah, I'll just end the stream. Alright, that's it, everyone. Sorry, this was a shorter stream with less things to do, but when we have only me as the only player showing up, it's very little we can do.
Y'all are welcome to join if y'all want.
Yeah.
It's $20.
Yeah.
You get access to a full campaign.
Well, you're gonna fight Frank Corrigan for a second time. If you're
For the final boss.
If you're a Fallout 2 player, you know who that is. And even if you're not, you probably know some of them.
Speaking of Fallout 2, I finally got past the tutorial.
Did you put your strength into Fist?
Yes.
Fists are really good in that game.
I just built a melee lady.
It's funny because after a while you could just put points into energy weapons when you find the plasma weapons. Or you could, if you want, put it in small arms instead of, because there is the Magnum Revolver, which, oh my gosh, that destroys Enclave like crazy.
Yeah.
Because you just do groin shot and it will just instant kill like most of their basic grunts.
Which I believe, you know.
It is
shooting someone in the groin with the Magnum Revolver would hurt.
Yeah. If it doesn't kill them, they tend to be on the ground, and then you just get a free hit on them afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
The Magnum Revolver, when built right, is one of the deadliest weapons in that game. It's up to you, but it's like, yeah, it's your in-game choices is that you can either continue being a fist person, which is quite fun, especially once you get the Exo power armor.
I punch, they die.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Exo power armor is so much fun.
I still, to this day, have never figured out how I got this game.
What game?
So, this was like, oh god, like a long time ago, right? When, Far Cry 5 was just coming out, right?
Yeah.
The only other Far Cry game I have ever played, aside from 2, was like Primal,
Ah.
right?
Yeah.
So like, I've never been like super in-depth into the Far Cry series. But I ended up pre-ordering 5. And when I pre-ordered it, after the game unlocked, I also got Far Cry 3.
It might have been a promotional. Sometimes they do that with the older games.
But I'm just like, why do I have... Like, I just saw it because I'm scrolling through... because I was gonna install, Fallout Tactics.
Alright.
And I was like, wait, why
Later
do I
on.
have